Welcome back to my channel. Today we will learn about the issue that is unraveling one of the most delicate and emotional storylines in CBS's The Bold and the Beautiful. It's a story rooted in paternity, trust, and one of the deepest betrayals in recent memory. At the center of it all is Liam Spencer, a man fighting a terminal illness, carrying a secret that could shatter the image of the family he once cherished. What begins with a quiet question from Steffi Forrester turns into a confrontation that may finally force the truth into the light. As Liam's health continues to deteriorate due to his brain condition, Steffi Forrester begins to notice something that doesn't sit right with her. Despite being a devoted father to Kelly, and despite spending time with family and friends during what could be his final months, Liam has not once visited Beth, his daughter with Hope Logan. In fact, he hasn't even asked about her. To Steffi, this is more than odd, it's completely out of character. Liam has always been a father who puts his children first. The bond between him and Beth was once strong, deeply emotional, especially given the circumstances surrounding her birth. For him to distance himself so completely from Beth, without explanation, raises a red flag. Finally, Steffi confronts Liam. They sit down at her house, a quiet moment between two people with a long and complicated history. She asks him directly why he's never tried to see Beth since his diagnosis. At first, Liam hesitates. He deflects. But the pain in his eyes gives it away. There's more to this than just illness or depression. Then comes the truth. Liam reveals to Steffi a devastating secret he has carried alone for a long time. He tells her that Beth is not his biological daughter. Some time ago, without telling anyone, Liam had taken a private DNA test, a decision he made quietly, almost impulsively, after growing suspicions about timelines and inconsistencies in Hope's pregnancy. The test confirmed what he feared: Beth was not his child. The biological father is someone else, a name Liam has never revealed and perhaps never confirmed beyond the DNA. What matters most to Liam now is the reality that he's been living a lie. Or more accurately, that Hope allowed him to believe a lie, for years. This revelation shook Liam to his core. It changed the way he looked at Beth, the way he remembered every father-daughter moment. It made him question his role in her life. And when he was diagnosed with a terminal illness, the idea of spending his final months with a child that wasn't really his felt unbearable. He didn't want to look into Beth's eyes and feel that conflict. So instead, he stayed away. Steffi is stunned. Even with everything she's been through, she did not expect this. But more than surprise, she feels heartbreak, for Liam and for Beth. Because to her, biology isn't everything. Steffi tells Liam that Beth is innocent. She didn't ask for any of this. All she's ever known is that Liam is her father. He was there for her. He loved her. He raised her. And no DNA test can take that away. Steffi urges Liam to do the right thing, not for himself, but for Beth. She tells him that Beth deserves to see her father again, even if he isn't her biological dad. Even if it's just one more time. She needs that closure. She needs to feel loved. Liam, though reluctant, is deeply moved by Steffi's words. For the first time, he sees past his anger, past the betrayal, and focuses on Beth's emotional reality. He realizes Steffi is right. Beth deserves a goodbye. She deserves love. She deserves him, for however long he has left. The next day, Liam goes to Hope's house. It's a difficult moment, heavy with emotion and quiet tension. Hope is surprised to see him. She's polite, concerned, and not entirely sure why he's there. But Liam doesn't confront her, not yet. He asks to see Beth. When Beth sees Liam, she lights up. She runs into his arms, laughing, completely unaware of the emotional weight hanging in the room. She talks about school, friends, drawings, and bedtime stories. Liam listens, choked with emotion, fighting back tears. For the duration of that visit, he hides the truth from Beth. He doesn't tell her he's sick. He doesn't tell her this might be the last time they see each other. He just holds her close and lets her feel loved. Hope watches from a distance, visibly moved, but there's unease behind her eyes. She knows what Liam knows. She can see it in his face. And when he leaves, she senses that the truth is no longer buried. Meanwhile, Steffi decides it's time to confront Hope herself. She shows up at Hope's office, uninvited, ready to talk, and not about work. Steffi doesn't come with subtlety. She walks in, closes the door, and gets straight to the point. She knows about the DNA. She knows Liam is not Beth's biological father. She knows Hope kept it a secret. Hope is cornered. She tries to defend herself. She tells Steffi it was never about deception. That she was scared. That she didn't want to destroy Liam's sense of fatherhood. That by the time the truth became clear, they were already a family, and revealing it felt like tearing everything apart. But Steffi doesn't accept that. She sees it as selfish. As manipulative. She tells Hope that Liam has been grieving not only his impending death, but the loss of the only daughter he thought was his. And that grief could have been avoided, or softened, if Hope had just told the truth. Hope breaks down. She confesses that she didn't think she could lose Liam. That she was afraid if he knew the truth, he'd walk away. She thought she could hold it together, keep the secret, and preserve the family. But she underestimated the consequences. She didn't expect Liam to stay silent about it, and she certainly didn't expect him to carry that pain into his final days. The confrontation ends without resolution. Steffi walks out, disgusted and furious. She doesn't tell anyone else what she knows. Not yet, but the damage is done. The fragile peace that once existed between her and Hope has shattered. Again. Now, as Liam faces the final chapter of his life, the people around him are split by betrayal, guilt, and conflicting emotions. Hope knows she was wrong. Steffi knows the truth. And Liam, though comforted by his visit with Beth, still carries the weight of a father's heartbreak. Beth remains blissfully unaware, for now. But in The Bold and the Beautiful, secrets never stay hidden forever. As Liam's condition progresses and emotions run high, it's only a matter of time before this buried truth becomes public, threatening not just Hope's reputation, but the very foundation of her relationships with both Liam and Steffi. And perhaps, if others find out, even Ridge, Brooke, Finn, and Bill will be pulled into the fallout. One thing is certain, Liam's final days will not be quiet. Thank you for watching. Let us know in the comments, should Hope have told Liam the truth from the beginning? Will Liam find peace before the end? And what will happen to Beth once she learns that the man she calls daddy isn't really her father? Stay tuned, because this secret is just beginning to unravel. Next, we dive deep into the swirling drama on The Bold and the Beautiful, where alliances are tested, friendships hang by a thread, and shocking decisions reshape the future for Steffi, Daphne, and Hope. In this intricate web of emotions and rivalries, we're witnessing a potential fallout that could change the dynamics at Forrester Creations forever. Let's unpack the simmering tensions, unexpected reconciliations, and the undercurrents of betrayal that are threatening to upend everything these characters hold dear. A fragile friendship on the brink. At the heart of the latest drama lies the once unshakable bond between Steffi Forrester and her confidant, Daphne. Their camaraderie, built on shared secrets and mutual trust, now teeters on the edge of collapse. Unbeknownst to either woman at first, their differing perspectives on a pivotal issue are pulling them apart. Steffi, known for her fierce loyalty to family and Forrester creations, has recently undergone a profound transformation in her approach to life. This shift, however, has placed her at odds with Daphne, whose own motives and lingering resentments cloud her judgment. What started as whispered disagreements behind closed doors could soon erupt into a public clash, turning these allies into adversaries. Imagine the heartbreak as late-night confessions and years of laughter are replaced by icy glares and bitter words. Their friendship, once a source of strength for both, might not survive this storm. Steffi's newfound perspective and a heartfelt reconciliation. The catalyst for Steffi's change of heart is a devastating revelation that has rocked her world. Liam Spencer, a man central to much of her past turmoil, is facing a terminal illness. His heartbreaking prognosis has forced Steffi to reevaluate her priorities. Liam's dying wish is a simple yet profound one, for Steffi and Hope Logan, his two former loves, to bury the hatchet for the sake of their daughters, Beth and Kelly. For years, Steffi and Hope were locked in a bitter rivalry, their mutual affection for Liam fueling a feud that spanned decades. Every stolen glance, every whispered promise to Liam became a battleground. But now, with Liam's health fading, he carries the weight of guilt for the discord he inadvertently sowed. He yearns for peace, pleading with them to let go of old grudges. Touched by his vulnerability, Steffi and Hope have chosen to honor his request, forging a tentative truce. Their reconciliation is not just a gesture. It's a promise to focus on family over rivalry, a vow to create a harmonious environment for their children. This emotional turning point, set against the backdrop of Liam's quiet struggle, is a testament to the power of love and forgiveness. A bold move at Forrester Creations. Steffi, emboldened by this renewed sense of purpose, has taken her commitment to peace a step further. In a surprising act of goodwill, she extended an olive branch to Hope by inviting her back to Forrester Creations. This isn't merely a job offer, it's a symbol of a fresh start, a chance to wipe the slate clean. Steffi's decision reflects her desire to move beyond petty dramas and rebuild bridges long thought burned. For Hope, this opportunity is a golden ticket to prove herself worthy of trust and respect within the Forrester empire. She's eager to demonstrate her talent and dedication, hoping to carve out a place where past mistakes no longer define her. Their shared office space, once a battleground of icy silence and pointed barbs, now hums with cautious optimism. Meetings at Forrester are no longer just about fashion, they're about healing. But beneath this level harmony lies a ticking time bomb, as not everyone is ready to embrace this new chapter. Daphne's resentment and hidden agendas. Enter Daphne, Steffi's longtime ally, who finds herself blindsided by this unexpected turn of events. Daphne was once tasked by Steffi to keep Hope at a distance from Forrester Creations, a mission she took to heart with unwavering determination. Her disdain for Hope runs deep, fueled by stories, some true, some exaggerated, of Hope's past entanglements and perceived manipulations. Daphne has painted Hope as a cunning opportunist in her mind, someone who uses charm to bend others to her will. This belief was reinforced during a heated exchange on a recent episode, where Daphne openly declared that Forrester Creations thrived without Hope's influence. Her words weren't just an opinion, they were a battle cry, a refusal to let go of old grudges. But there's more to Daphne's bitterness than meets the eye. Her involvement in the drama isn't purely about loyalty to Steffi, it's also tied to her personal aspirations, namely her growing feelings for Carter Walton. Daphne saw Hope's absence as a chance to grow closer to Carter, whose heart, unfortunately for her, remains entangled with Hope. Despite a tender moment where she comforted Carter during his heartbreak, Daphne chose not to overstep, returning home rather than staying the night at his loft. This restraint hints at a complex inner struggle. Does she truly care for Carter, or is her pursuit another way to secure her place in this tangled web? A brewing storm between friends. Steffi's decision to bring Hope back into the fold is a direct challenge to Daphne's worldview, and the fallout is almost inevitable. A confrontation looms on the horizon, one where Daphne will likely voice her frustrations over Hope's return. Picture a tense scene in Forrester's sleek conference room, where Daphne's sharp accusations clash with Steffi's newfound resolve to protect her truce with Hope. Steffi, driven by Liam's wish and her commitment to family unity, will stand firm, refusing to let Daphne tarnish Hope's second chance. This isn't just a disagreement over personnel, it's a fundamental rift in values. Steffi's loyalty now lies with rebuilding broken ties, while Daphne clings to past grievances. The air between them crackles with unspoken hurt, as years of friendship are tested by a single, divisive choice. Could this argument be the final straw that severs their bond? The possibility of Daphne storming out, her trust in Steffi shattered, feels all too real. As the drama intensifies, Daphne's place in Los Angeles, and at Forrester Creations, becomes increasingly uncertain. With Hope reclaiming her former role and Carter's affection still out of reach, Daphne might feel like she's lost her footing. The city that once held promise now feels like a cage of rejection and defeat. Whispers in the B&B fan community suggest she might pack her bags for Paris, a city that represents both an escape and a chance to reinvent herself. Imagine Daphne strolling along the Seine, sketching designs under the shadow of the Eiffel Tower, far from the heartbreak of Forrester's boardroom. But leaving wouldn't just be a physical departure, it would symbolize her surrender to the shifting tides of loyalty and love. Back in LA, her absence would ripple through the lives of those she leaves behind. Steffi might grapple with guilt over losing a friend, while Carter could finally confront the void left by unresolved feelings. For Daphne, Paris could be a sanctuary or a reminder of what she's lost, only time will tell. Next, we will delve into the heartwarming and dramatic developments surrounding the Forrester and Logan families as unexpected reconciliations, heartfelt confessions, and life-altering decisions unfold in the world of the bold and the beautiful. From surprising truces to emotional hospital scenes, there's a lot to unpack as relationships are tested and destinies are questioned in the glamorous yet tumultuous setting of Los Angeles' fashion elite. A new dawn for Steffi and Hope. Peace in the Forrester empire. In the sleek, glass-paneled main office at Forrester Creations, Rich Forrester and Brooke Logan are caught in a moment of astonishment as they discuss the unthinkable. Steffi Forrester and Hope Logan have called a truce. The air is thick with disbelief as Brooke, her eyes sparkling with optimism, muses over the implications of this newfound harmony. She envisions a future where past rivalries are buried deep beneath the runway lights, suggesting that if these two fierce women can mend their fractured bond, surely she and Ridge can rekindle their own storied romance. Ridge, however, furrows his brow, puzzled by Steffi's silence on the matter. Why didn't she come to me first, he wonders aloud, his voice tinged with suspicion. Could there be unseen forces at play, a hidden catalyst behind this sudden ceasefire? Brooke, ever the dreamer, brushes aside his concerns with a radiant smile, marveling at the end of a feud that has long divided their families. She paints a vivid picture of unity, where boardroom battles are replaced with laughter and shared goals, a Forrester-Logan dynasty stronger than ever. Ridge, though cautious, can't help but warm to the idea, admitting he relishes the thought of peace. Brooke seizes the moment, her voice softening as she turns the conversation personal. It's about family, Ridge, about us, you and me, together against the world, she whispers, her words laced with longing. Their intimate exchange is abruptly interrupted by Katie Logan, who hesitates at the door, sensing the charged atmosphere. Brooke, unfazed, insists she was merely reminding Ridge of their unbreakable connection, a love cemented in countless shared triumphs. With a lingering glance at Ridge, she recalls their breathtaking moment on the runway during the latest fashion showcase, where their chemistry captivated the world. As she exits, leaving a trail of unresolved tension, Katie steps forward with a knowing smirk. Brooke isn't wrong, you know, she teases, her tone playful yet pointed. Ridge rolls his eyes, accusing her of ganging up on him, but Katie holds firm, her voice steady. You and Brooke are destined to be together, Ridge. Nothing in this world, not time, not people, not even past mistakes, can change that truth. Echoes of the runway, Brooke's unshakable memories. Meanwhile, in the softly lit dressing room at Forrester Creations, Brooke finds herself lost in a flood of memories. The clatter of stilettos and hum of sewing machines fade as her mind drifts back to that unforgettable fashion show. She can still feel the heat of the spotlight, the roar of the crowd, and the electric charge of standing beside Ridge on stage, their hands clasped as the world watched their love story unfold in a single, timeless moment. Her heart races as she recalls the way his gaze locked with hers, a silent promise of forever amid the chaos of flashing cameras and flowing chiffon. It wasn't just a professional triumph. It was a personal victory, a public declaration that their bond transcends every obstacle thrown their way. As she adjusts a mannequin draped in a stunning new design, Brooke's fingers tremble slightly. She knows that these fleeting memories are more than nostalgia. They're a reminder of a future she refuses to let slip away. A heartfelt confession at Carter's loft. Across town, in the modern, minimalist loft of Carter Walton, emotions run high as Hope Logan unburdens her soul. Off-screen, she has shared devastating news about Liam Spencer's prognosis, and now, with tears glistening in her eyes, she explains to Carter why she's been so desperate to spend every possible moment with him. We don't know how much time is left, she chokes out, her voice breaking under the weight of uncertainty. Carter, his expression a mix of compassion and resolve, pulls her into a comforting embrace, his arms a safe harbor in her storm. I can't even begin to imagine the pain you've been through, he murmurs, his deep voice steadying her trembling frame. He assures her she's not alone, promising to be the pillar she can lean on as this crisis reshapes her world. Hope, wiping away a stray tear, admits that this ordeal has shifted her entire outlook on life. The petty dramas, the misunderstandings, like the kiss with Daphne and the corporate takeover attempt, seem insignificant now. She's done wasting precious time on grudges. I want to move forward, Carter, with you, she declares, her voice gaining strength. Carter, moved by her vulnerability, vows to be her unshakable rock, swearing never to doubt her devotion again. Their lips meet in a tender, passionate kiss, sealing a commitment born from heartbreak and renewed hope.